Workers Federation, this is a trade union organization of garment workers in Bangladesh, and its mission and vision is to ensure the fair wage for the garment workers and to establish their fundamental rights as well as legal rights, and to eliminate the discrimination between men and women. So from this point of view, we are continuously fighting for their wage increase, as well as we are also working for the better working condition, and also we are pressurizing the Garment Owners Association as well as individual owners for the implementation of labor laws, so that workers can get their legal rights and legal facilities, as well as nowadays we are also communicating the multinational companies for the betterment of the garment workers and for the better price for the Bangladeshi garment product, as well as fair wage for the workers. The biggest problem for the garment workers, there are several major problems. One is their salary is very low, then the working hour is very long. Another problem is till now the workplace is not safe, and the other problem is that the workers actually practically cannot get the scope to organize and join in the trade union organization. Okay, you see, for this very low wage and poor working condition, the mainly responsibility is three party. One is the multinational company, second is the local business people, third also the local government, that is Bangladesh government. Bangladesh government also have the responsibility to look after whether the labor law is following or not. In the labor law, of course, there are a lot of facilities and rights for the betterment of the garment workers, but unfortunately all these things are not following in the garment factory. So of course government have the responsibility, and we hope that government will take this responsibility. Then you see the local business people, they have the responsibility to increase the wage of the workers, as well as to ensure the safe working condition and better working condition, because these workers are directly employed under them. So then the other party, the responsibility of the multinational company, because you see in the fashion trade, the multinational company, they are in the top, and they are the main player. They are also taking the major profit from this business, from this trade. That is the reason multinational company also should take the major responsibility for the workers' welfare, as well as workers' better condition and better wage. You see, not only Adidas, many of the company, they are also claiming to that they are doing the ethical business, but I am not sure what do they mean by ethical business. If the workers working in their production chain, their salary is £20 or £30, I am not sure how they can claim that this is ethical trade. When they purchase a product from Bangladesh, they actually provide a very small amount of money, but when they sell this product, the Bangladeshi product, in the UK market or any other northern market, they actually sell several times more. Their purchasing price and the selling price, it is 4 or 5 times more. So I think this is also not fair, and this is also not ethical. So on the other hand, you see, they are not taking the responsibility that included in their code of conduct. So I think when they actually claim that they are doing the ethical business, I think this is not the true. This is not actually true. Actually, they are simply eye-washing the consumers in the north. You see, and the UK people, they are the consumers. So And that is the reason they can ask the multinational company about the workers, those are producing for these consumers. So at the same time, they can know how much waste they are getting and what is their condition. On the basis of this type of information, they can put pressure to the multinational company for fair business, for fair trade, as well as to so that this multinational company also put pressure to the local business people for the better ways, for the better working condition, and to take more responsibility for the workers. I think in this way, the UK citizens they can also play a vital role. So there are two types of boycott. One is boycott the country, producer country, and second the boycott the multinational company. First of all, the boycott the producer country. This is seriously negative effect will be towards the workers, because you see, as a result of this type of boycott, many of the factory will be closed down and workers will be unemployed, and they will put in the worst condition even rather than present condition. The other type of boycott, boycott the company, a specific company. Those are actually not dealing fairly. So this is also we urge the consumers not to use boycott in the first hand of this type of company. Also, they also should provide some time for them to change their behavior and practice. If in the final stage they do not make any progress in their practice, and then finally the consumers can take the decision to boycott this type of company, but never boycott any country. Even British government also can take vital role for the better ways and better working condition of the Bangladeshi garment workers. First things is British government can also in some way communicate to the Bangladesh government and to advocate Bangladesh government for the implementation of the law of the land. This is one way, and second way that British government can also make one kind of guideline for to how to for the handling of this multinational company. Those are actually operating all over the world. So how it will be in the guideline. I think how this multinational company will operate, how this multinational company will trade, how they will dealing with their suppliers, how they must responsibility, what type of responsibility they will take for the workers. This type of basic fundamental things should be included in the guideline, and on the basis of this guideline, British government can control the multinational company and can try to make them fair, and they can also try to make this company as transparent. You see, we started from 1984 till now. You see the reality of the garment workers and the working condition. It is very poor, but of course we have some kind of achievement, though this is very small type of scale. Like you see, earlier in the garment sector, May Day was not as a national paid holiday, but because of our campaign and action, now in the garment sector, the workers are enjoying May Day as a national paid holiday. Earlier, you see, festival bonus, it was almost absent in the garment sector, but because of our campaign and activities, now I think major portion of the garment workers they are receiving the festival bonus. Earlier you see most of the factories on day off were not implemented because of the activities of NGWF and other organizations. Nowadays many of the factory workers they actually enjoy one day of 4 week. You see, maternity leave, it was earlier was not following in the factories, but now it is introducing in many of the factories. So we have this type of little scale achievement. At the same time, you see, we are always campaigning for the better ways. That is the reason you see in 2006 the minimum wage was 1662 taka, that is I think 13 or 14 pound. After 4 years in 2010, new minimum wage was fixed. It was in the minimum, the lowest grade is 3000 taka, that is more or less 20 pound. So because of our activities, in wage also increasing. At the same time, we are also nowadays putting pressure to the multinational companies to take some responsibility for the better wage and better working condition of the Bangladeshi garment workers. And you will be happy to know that very recent 3 workers were died in factory accident, or 2 were in fire and another was a lift crash. And according to the law of the land, these victim families should get 200,000 taka as compensation, as well as insurance money. But we start campaign for the greater compensation in the line of loss of earning. In these 3 victim families, they actually receive, each of them receive 1.7 million taka from the local factory owners as well as their buyers, Tommy, Hilfer and Gap. So this is also another one step forward for the better for the to make the multinational as responsible for the workers.